Brought to you by...
They call him One-Eye. Then they ran for their lives. No, but seriously, that would have been so sick. Hello friends, and welcome back to ETF. This time around, not a whole lot improves in terms of performance or visual style, although the fact that this film was released just 1 year later, I assume they were shot at least close to back-to-back, so that they could guarantee continuing the curse of Halloween Jack. This film suffers from all the same issues as the first. Weak kills, poor use of score, something we didn't talk about the first time around, which is the killer's badly augmented voice that makes him sound like a mechanical wind-up toy. Again, the lighting is overly harsh in some scenes, but for the most part, the film looks fine. It feels like there was some great improvement from the first, even in such a short amount of time. I feel like in the first film, we spent far too much time with things happening during the day, which took away from the potential impact of many of its prominent moments. This time, it looks like the cinematography did improve, and they played a lot more with lighting and shadows to give a more dramatic feel to each scene. There are almost no practical effects to speak of, which I'm sure cut down on the budget, but makes for a much more bland experience if you were going into this with hopes of a bloody good time. But at least there are no unnecessary digital effects taking their place. This film takes some new liberties with the plot, introducing us to a satanic cult that seems to be heavily inspired by Rob Zombie's Lords of Salem, and yet again chooses to spill some blood in order to summon the titular Scarecrow character to continue his bloody rampage. Like many sequels, this one plays with the Laurie Strode syndrome, making its protagonist a descendant or relative to some degree, this case being the estranged daughter of Halloween Jack. This pairs well with the one-eyed Ahab type character who resembles the Loomis figure of Halloween lore, and gives this one a slightly exploitation vibe that carries into its ridiculous climax. The problem being that the ending is so unimaginative to basically have them take out Jack in the same exact way they did the first time through. Basically meaning that the writers couldn't think of anything better, so why bother trying? I'm once again giving The Curse of Halloween Jack a D-. An honorable mention for this one goes out to the film's poster, which also makes no fucking sense. At first glance, it seems like a fine design, but when you look a little closer, you realize that it's a picture of Halloween Jack inside of a picture of Halloween Jack. Don't you think it would have made a little more sense to put the protagonist there? Honestly, I appreciate the attempts to push the story forward, introduce new elements, and do things more proficiently this time around. I just wish they weren't ripping off better films to do it. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you'd like to show your support for the channel, please consider checking us out on Patreon, where every pledge, no matter how small, goes right back into the channel, to help keep fresh content coming your way. As always, don't forget to subscribe, stay spooky, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.